So what actually causes depression? I was on Instagram and I came across Dr. Karen Kenya, and I took a screenshot of the mental health, and it was well classified into four different, can I call them four different aspects? So you have lifestyle, which includes financial struggles, overworking, overstress, and healthy habits. That's under lifestyle. Then you have cognitive, which is perfectionism, low self-esteem, body issues, low self-worth. Biological, you have hormonal factors, genetic factors, chemical imbalances. Situations, you have abuse, bullying, grief and loss, and then poor social network. So there are a myriad of causes that could lead to your mental health issues. And if you struggle with sweat, emotional issues, what they tend to do, they tend to trigger your sweat and make your sweat go from 0 to 100 real quick, or what we call making your sweat go from bad to worse. I have constantly suggested to the hyperhidrosis family that you should learn to manage your emotional issues, because that's the only thing that will make you experience a change in your sweat patterns. Life has two columns. On one side, you have things that you have total control of, and there are things on the other column. Now, these are things which you have no total control of. So what you have power over, that is where now you should lay more emphasis and all your strength. What you cannot control, stop trying to control things which are beyond you. So focus on what you can manage. Focus on what you can control. For more information, visit our YouTube channel. You want to get in touch with the HAK, you can find us on Instagram or on Facebook. Remember, always enjoy the journey and not the destination. Welcome to the SWEATUATIONSHIP. Rejesha, ujasiri wako.
Quiet on the set!
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Taking care. The first step of getting rid of mental health or depression, or accepting that you have depression.
First and foremost, as long as you're alive, you can never escape emotional issues. The only time you'll never feel emotional issues is when you're dead. So as long as you are indeed alive, all you have to do is face your problems, face your fears. Don't run away from them. And the best way to do it is to find solutions to what's ailing you, what's causing your depression. Every depression has a root cause. It can't just happen, there is something behind it. Like from the post that I've just read from Dr. Kenya, it's well classified into either four main aspects. So what's causing your depression? Go deep into the foundation, the root cause. Is it self-esteem issues? Is it the family background? Maybe you're abused when ukiwa mtoi. There could be so many things that leads to your depression. The only way you can find a solution to what's causing your depression, the only way ni figure out ni nini yenye inanikozi hii depression. So twende kwa root. What's the root cause? And once I'm able to identify that this is what is causing my depression, then I'll be able to find a solution for it. So ikwagi ati ni definite. It's a gradual thing. You have to work through it every day. Huwezi sema ati now today, this is the cause of my depression, I have found a solution, I'm done with it. No, every day. Every day. You just have to work on yourself gradually.
So Martin, if someone is going through depression, right? And you feel like I have no one to talk to, or if you feel like the people that are close to you, that is your friends, your family, or you get, so you can't go to talk to them about certain issues because you feel like wataona ni kitu ya kujiongelea, like watakuwa like sasa hiyo ni nini, you get, like this is not something you're supposed to even do. Hakuna, like in this current world people think hakuna kitu kama stress ama depression, hizo ni vitu unajipatia. What do you do in such a situation? How do you deal with that?
In such a situation, you need to find the right person to talk to, because not everyone understands your situation. Si kila mtu understand ile shida yenye unapitia. So there are those who are going to belittle your struggle. For instance, and I beg to digress to kidogo. Imagine someone that has, I'll use hyperhidrosis. In my case, I have excessive sweating, which is a condition. Kuna mtu mwenye atakwambia, at least for you you're sweating, there is someone dying of cancer. You see what you're trying to do? You're belittling my struggles. You're trying to tell me yours is nothing compared to what this other guy is going through. So ukienda pale kwa mtu wa cancer na upate mtu ako na another disease, utamwambia the same thing. Utamwambia heri wewe uko na cancer, kuna mwingine vidole zake zinaanguka. That's what people do. They belittle each other's, they belittle people's struggles. So find the right person. And how do you do it? Ensure that you have at least kuwa na watu watatu kwa maisha yako. Number one, have a confidant. A confidant, this is someone whose confidence they just feed of you. Confidence only want you, wewe peke yako. They don't want your money, they don't want none of that. A confidant ni mtu mwenye anakucelebrate when everything is going well. A confidant is someone that is there for you no matter what. And these people are always there in our lives. Saa zingine maybe it's us who push them away. So find a confidant. A confidant is also a root. Ni ule mwenye anakuwaga amekushikilia. This is someone who always brings out a different perspective in everything. So umemwendea pale umemwambia, I'm depressed, I'm going through 1, 2, 3. So the first thing they do, they listen. They listen to understand, they don't listen to reply. And then they won't impose their will ama authority. Hawata kuambia kenye wao wanataka ufanye ndo ubadilike. What they do, they table an array of options for you to ukae chini, internalize, and then see whether does this align with what I want to achieve. Does it align with the process? As in kenye hizi nini zote zenye nimepatiwa, all these solutions that have been tabled. Now it's upon me to internalize everything, and then I take from kenye nimepatiwa, and then sasa na mimi mwenyewe, a decision has to come from me. So confidence, that's what they do. They don't impose their will. Watakupatia a different perspective, and they allow you to make that change, and they allow you to grow. And what they do, hawakuachili, they work with you. So talk to the right people. Wacha kuambia watu wengine shida zako. Study people. That's the most important thing. Listen. Whenever you talk to someone, listen. If you're ever going to talk to people and all they do is talk bad about others, those are the people to avoid. And those are not the people you should be sharing your issues or your problems with. So find someone to talk to. If you're in that space where you feel like, I don't have anyone, this is where now you should focus on your life. You should look at your life keenly. Besides your 9 to 5, your day job or whatever it is you do, you have something extra, something that can take your mind off all that pressure. There are those who are into arts, so when they feel like their mental space, it's taking toll on them, they do a lot of art, painting, drawing. There are those who are into sports, so they will cycle for long hours, they will go somewhere for a nature walk. Just find a recreational activity that will take your mind off that pressure. And it is through these activities that you meet someone. The world is designed evil. someone, wewe mwenyewe, even with all the depression and all the emotional issues that you go through, there is someone who is depending on you. Sababu wewe uko na decision, uko na, not a decision, you have, in more or less, our destinies are linked. So hii inamaanisha wewe uko na solution, that's the word. You have a solution to that person and vice versa. That's why inaitwa dual therapy. So once you're out huko, you find people, you learn something. Saa zingine hata unaweza ingia kwa matatu hivi and someone is sitting next to you and maybe they are going through some stuff heavier than yours, and the more you start talking, unaanza kupata a different perspective in life. So always find something to take you off, ikutoe kwa hiyo space yenye uko. Listen to some audiobooks, something to just keep you busy, learn something new. Hizo ndio vitu zitakusaidia pia, lakini the most important will be always have a mindset of a problem solver. I think, to me personally, that's how I see it. Yeah. Does it make sense? I'm all over the place. Verbal diarrhea. That makes sense? Next.
Can you get rid of mental health without medication?
Absolutely. Yes, you can. There is good stress and there is bad stress. So tukiangalia good stress ni ile yenye, let's say I have a project I'm working on, and on that project I'm going to be paid 1 million shillings. Na iko na pressure. I'll own the pressure because I know at the end of it I'm getting a check of 1 million. To me, that's good stress. Then there is bad stress. Bad stress is now the one that takes toll of you. It takes toll on you. Hizi zinaletagwa na all type of issues, from family, abuse, and so on and so forth. Anything that can lead to mental health issues. I believe, yes, inaweza kuwa sorted out. Like I said before, you cannot get rid of emotional issues. The only way you're going to do it is when you're not alive. When you're dead, you have no emotional issues, nothing, you're dead. But as long as you're alive, what you do, you learn to manage. Not to stop, you learn to manage. Sababu life vile iko designed, you have to go through these things. This is why we are problem solvers. Whatever it is that you're going through, there is a solution for it. And solution doesn't have if you get to that point where you're on medication. Ikifika sasa umeanza kupatiwa medication, then it has spiraled out of control. But I believe it can be managed without going to the extremes of medication. Just by following, steps and establishing a blueprint for your life. Number one, which is the most important thing, which I encourage everyone to do, especially men, the highest paradigm of love is the love of self. Love yourself. The more you do it, the better for you. When you love yourself, you build on your character, and you have a set of rules, or what we call principles. These are laws that govern you. These principles is what makes you different and unique from the rest. It doesn't mean that you're perfect, you don't go through stuff, you don't have, you don't face the daily pressures and stresses of life. You do. But at the end of the day, because of that love that you have for yourself and the set of rules and principles that govern your life, you yourself, you know that this is a temporary situation. So I'm not going to be in this space for long. It's just a passing cloud. I'm not here for, it's not forever, it's not done. That's why you're not supposed to make a permanent decision on an emotional space. See, why make a permanent conclusion when you're emotional? You're supposed to relax, let your emotions cool down so that you make a decision that is good for you. So the first thing is love yourself. Number two, have a set of principles ya maisha yako yenye na kugovern wewe. Number three, look at your circle. Look at the people you talk to, the people you hang around with. If they don't add value to your life, those people are devaluing you. They are taking value out of you. Be with people that challenge you. Be with people whose intelligence hata pia iko higher than yours. That way, they challenge you to be better. But when you stick with people who have the same train of thoughts, people who complain over everything, they complain about their employer, they complain about the government, they complain about the weather, everything. Matatu ipite iko na busted exhaust pipe, or they complain about it. I mean, if you have such people in your circle, you become them. But what if you start hanging around? Is that even a good word to use, hanging around? Anyway, if you encourage, let me use that word, if you encourage a good company, people who don't tolerate small minds, people who don't tolerate time wasting or negative self-talks, if you encourage a company that pushes you to be better, if you're around people who can see the good in you and they want to bring it out of you na kuonesha kabisa that this is your strength, this is what you can achieve. Once you have such people around, then automatically you start rewiring your brain to the direction of becoming a problem solver. So anytime you have a problem, you start thinking of a solution and not thinking negatively about whatever has happened to you. Case in point, if right now nimefika town hapo Moi Avenue and I get mugged, I did not anticipate it to happen. Sikutoka home nikijua ndapigwa ngeta. But what do people typically do when such things happen? You spend the whole day thinking about what happened, thinking about the solutions, then you apply to stop it from happening. So utajipata ukisema, I wish hata ningetoka late, ikangeta ige happen. Or maybe if I knew how to fight martial arts, I would have beaten all these guys. You see, you're trying to solve something that already happened. So, life vile iko designed again, you're not in control of everything. That's why I said kuna vitu zenye ziko under your control. Hizo ndo vitu zenye sasa eka strength yako hapo. The things which are beyond your control, you should never ever stress yourself over. So always approach life from that dynamic. But again, as long as you're alive, you will never escape emotional issues. Na mtu asiwahi kudanganya. There is no one person who walks on this planet Earth and they have never been stressed. Ati everything, maisha yao ni all smooth na. The only time you can feel that is when you're dead. But as long as you're alive, you are a problem solver. So always think, be that solution-oriented person. Always tailor your mind and your life towards that direction. And it's an energy. So the more you do that, the more you're also going to pair with people who have the same mindset. So saa zile unafeel unalemewa, that's the person you call. Ni aje so and so, na feel nimekwama hapa hivi. And I think, and I wanted to talk to you, sababu when I talk to you, you always bring a different dynamic into 1, 2, 3. And that's what happens. They turn you to a different perspective. Na unapata Kenyatta ilikuwa inakusumbua, you already have a solution for it. So I think that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. If you have any question on mental health, feel free to reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, or you can leave a comment down hapo kwa comment section and we'll get back to you. And I'm also looking forward to, or rather hopefully, do an interview with Dr. Karen Kenya. Hope so. And if you have any question on mental health, let us know. And we'll do our best to cover those hashtag topics. Until next time, thank you very much. I've been your wonderful host, Mr. Martin Kimamo, the founder of Hyperhidrosis Awareness Kenya. Until next time, welcome to the SWEATUATIONSHIP.